guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I'm going to be making some lovely embellished paper clips. Now last week I did the lovely brads, which I still have here on my desk because I just love them. So I'll pop a link to the video underneath if you haven't seen it, but they are just so lovely. And I also have some more here which are just beautiful. So today I thought I would do some paper clips. Now I wasn't quite sure how that would work, whether it would work with the resin and how I would do it, but I have managed to do it and I just think they look absolutely beautiful. So we've got some lovely blingy ones. So these are just sort of like these two are broken jewellery. So this is just a lovely gem. And I've got some crystal sort of chain around the outside. So all of these can be made very simply, or you can, you know, take your time and add lots of little bits and pieces to them. It's entirely up to you. This one is another little gem on there. And then I have just popped a little crystal on there as well, which is just beautiful. So go and have a rummage through your broken jewellery as well. These ones are some flat back embellishments that I had, which I think you've seen me use those before. These are the beautiful little roses, so we'll make some of those as well. These ones actually I've got two on there. I'll show you that in a minute, but just have a quick look at these. This is the flat backs on that side and that side, so it's like sandwiched in between, and then I've got some of that little crystal chain in the middle, but they are beautiful. Now I made one of these first to go into here, which is my journal, and look at that, just looks beautiful popping out the top, doesn't it, of your journals. I think that just looks lovely to pop things into. And you know, they're quite bulky, but they're lovely to go and poke out the top like that. So, but you can make them obviously flatter. These ones are a lot flatter, like these ones here. Let me just take this off. That's quite flat, can you see? And that's just got some little pearls in there and some chain around the outside. I do like using the chain because it makes it look all nice and blingy. Well, this is the one I was going to show you. This one I've actually popped some embellishment on this side and this side. So these ones I've popped them on the top, and I've also popped them on the little bit that opens, so they're not all the same. So let me just bring this back in again. Let's pop this on here. So if you put that onto your page like that, not that you can really see it on that one, you've also got it on the other side. So this doesn't look like just a paper clip, it's on both sides. So I just love them. I just think they're so lovely. And you all know I love my bling at the moment. So that pops on there. These ones have just got some little crystally gems on there and on there and here, and I just love them. Love these ones. I'm going to show you how to make some of these ones today because they're just nice, really simple little easy ones. Some little roses, little pearls on there. I made this one because I got a brad to match those, and these ones are so simple. Lovely. So I'm going to pop those to the side. I also made some of these which are just little bits of crystal on there, the little rhinestones. I put a blob of resin down and then just sat the crystals on the top, not the crystals, the rhinestones on the top, and you just make some little embellishments, and that's what I made this one with. Just pop two, one either side like that, and that makes a much flatter one, which is probably easier to go into your journals. But I'm just loving these, absolutely loving them. That's just a nice shiny bit that I've got there. So what we're going to do now, what I've done, I've got some of my one of my old silicone mats, and I cut it up because making the paper clips, you needed to sort of like put it on to something like that. Can you see? So you needed to sort of like slot it on something, so you're only using one side and you needed something that will, you know, the resin's not going to stick to. So this, if you've got an old silicone mat, that's absolutely perfect to cut that up. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to quickly just pop my gloves on. Oh, I've also got this one. I'll just quickly show you. I did a button. Now I'm going to do some more of these because I think these would look really nice in a vintage journal, but I'm also thinking of adding a little bit of seam binding or a little bit of cheesecloth on there, just to, you know, make it a little bit more embellished to go on there. So I'm going to make some more button ones. I've got some lovely brown buttons here, so they're just very, very quick and easy to do. So let me just quickly pop my gloves on. So always remember to take care when you're using resin. Pop your gloves on, pop your mask on, make sure your window's open. You've got a nice vented area, or if you've got like a little air purifier would be good as well. I'm using the Let's Resin lamp. I'm only just using the half. This is a double one, but I'm just going to use half. And I'm using the UV resin, which is from Let's Resin as well, which is fab. And I like these little bottles. They're really, really good. So I'm just going to come in a little bit so we can see. I don't want to come in too far because I'm not sure whether I was a bit too close when we did the other one. So what we are going to do, I'm going to do the rose first. Now, I love these little roses, and I know you guys do as well. So I've got rose, and then I've cut up some of this little chain here into little, oh, that one's missing one. We don't want that one. That's missing a little diamante. I've cut them up into little threes. Can you see that? Just in little sets of three. Oh, that's the little diamante there. So I'm going to be using those as well. But the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to pop a little bit of resin on here. It's not very good with the dark mat underneath, I'm afraid, is it? So I'm going to pop a little bit of resin on there. We are going to pick a little rose out of here. Let's have this one. And then I'm going to just sit that on top, like that. Now I'm going to just pop that under the lamp just for it to set for a second. It doesn't have to be under there for too long. I will turn them over and do the back of them as well. But I just want to pop that on there just so it doesn't move about. Can you see? So I'm going to pop that on. I'm going to pop a little bit more resin on there. Just a little bit. Just a blop like that. And then I'm going to take some of these little crystals and I'm just going to lay them over the top like that. I'm going to just take two like that, two like that, and then I'm just going to pop that back under the lamp just for those to harden so they don't slip. And then we're going to take a smaller rose just to pop on the top of it. So I think maybe that one, I think that one's a little bit smaller. I think that will fit. And then that one, I could even probably go smaller than that because these are quite tiny. I've got some quite tiny little ones in here. So we'll pop that one on. Oh, am I in shot? Sorry, I'll go out of shot there. Let's just pop another tiny bit of resin on there. And then this little one can just sit on top, like that, in there. Okay, I'm going to pop that under the lamp, just like that, and turn that on. Fabulous, so we'll do that one. I've got another little bit. I did cut these up into little squares, like this, which is good. And I'm going to get another little paper clip, like that. So what you want to do, I normally put it on the smaller part, the smaller bit of it. It's not very good with the black underneath, is it? Should have got another mat, but I'm hoping you'll sort of like get the idea. So I've got another one there. And what shall we do? Shall we just do a little pearl? I've got some pearls here. So we'll do the same sort of thing. I'm going to pop a little blob on like that. I I'm going to take my little picky up pen on here. I'm going to take, oh, I think that's a little bit too big. Let me open up my pearls a minute, because that one is huge, isn't it? That's a better size. There we go. Just pop that on there, like that. Take this one out, pop that one underneath there. So this one, you can see on there, look. I'm going to just take that out of here. Can you see it just pulls off lovely? And I'm going to turn it over, add a little bit more resin on the back. Just hold that like that. Just a tiny bit of resin just on the back there. Take a little cocktail stick. I'm just going to rub that on the back, just so it holds it on there a little bit better, just in case there was any little gaps in there. Let's just make sure that's okay. I'm going to pop that under the lamp. Okay, so this one, that's stuck on there, so that only needs to be on there for a few minutes, for a few seconds, and then we will add a little bit more. A little bit of this. This is so simple to do. And if you like your resin, this is perfect. Oh, I want to show you. I've got a glue. I found a glue. Well, I didn't show you the glue last time that I was using. I'm going to take these three little crystals as well and pop them just over the top like that. Can you see? Like that. I'm going to, got enough resin there? I don't think there's quite enough resin on that one. There we go. Put that on there like that. You don't really want to go over, there's like the little, I'll show you in a minute. There we go. You want to go too far up. There we go. So we've got 3 on there. 3 by 3. So I'm going to pop that under the lamp like that, and we will take this little one out. So this one now has set, which is beautiful, isn't it? So that will just then, have I got some room on here? Let's move these over like that, and that will just slip on there like that. Fabulous, aren't they? And they are so good. They don't need that long under the resin, under the lamp, but I will pop them back under there for a little bit longer, because I like to make sure that they're absolutely set properly. But I just love them. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how simple it is as well to do the button ones. Look at that. I'm going to just pop that under there a little bit, just on the back, just a tiny bit. There's my little cocktail stick. Just pop that on there. Rub that over. Make sure you don't get onto the outer one. If you feel like you've got onto the outer one, just lift that up like that with your finger, and then you can pop it into the light. So I'm just going to pop that in there for a second. Turn it that way. Now we shall do a nice big one. So I'm going to get a bigger paper clip like that. I'm going to take one of the buttons. These are just so simple. Going to pop a little bit of resin on there. Pop the button on like that. And then the resin in the little button holes will set, because it will go through. It's sort of like, you know, it can see it. The light can see it. Should we pop another one on there? We could probably do a couple on here, couldn't we? I think this is actually a bigger. That's quite big, that one. Gosh, I think I've got some really big ones in here. Let's just move that down. think we need this one on there, like that. Let's pop a little bit more on here. And pop a little button on. Okay, perfect. And then we're going to have this one, and then we can have a smaller button on here, like that. Pop a smaller one just on there like that. Perfect. Right, I'm just going to pop this lamp on and then I'll be back 2 seconds. Okay, let's just see how that's done. Hopefully they will be just on there enough. Can you see it's still wet? So I'm just going to turn them over like that. Take this one, pop that down onto there. Can you see what I'm doing? There we go. And then what we will do, we will just make sure they're cured from the back like that, and pop this on. Okay, let's see. So they're pretty. Can you see? They just stick so well. They stick really, really well. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to just pop them on there, and we just add another little bit of resin, but I'm going to pop it over the back of most of it, like that. Take my little cocktail stick and just push that around, just so we know that that is not going to go anywhere. Pop that on there, like that. So you're just going to make sure that your paper clip is stuck on there properly. And this just goes all the way around. You want it to be pretty tidy from the back as well. Just make sure, like that, and we'll do this one. Put that over. So again, you can get some lovely, lovely buttons. You might have some really pretty buttons that you can use, that you've been saving. But to pop them on top of a paper clip, I think is so, so lovely, isn't it? And poking out the top of your journal would be lovely. Right, let's pop that on there, and I'm going to pop that back under here for a second. Okay, so I think that's pretty much hardened on there. So look at that, they're just perfect, aren't they? So, so simple. Little bit of resin on there, and just stick your little buttons on there, which are beautiful. So I'm going to pop those over there like that. Take these, this is all stuck on here. Take these little bits of resin off, but these little silicone squares are fabulous. So pop those down. I'm going to show you, I'm not sure whether I should come out just a tiny bit. There we go. I'm going to do like a double one. So I'm going to take these little gems like this. So I'm going to take 2. I'm going to take a bigger paper clip like that. Now again, we need to pop that on to a little silicone square. It doesn't have to go all the way down. Just like that. I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on. Not glue. Oh, I'll show you that glue in a minute. Pop that on there. Take this and just sit that on top. Like that. Make sure it's around. I'm going to pop that over the top. Now I'm going to show you this glue that I've got. This is the one, it's for plastic, wood, metal and glass. Now I popped a link down in my Amazon, on Amazon.com, but I couldn't find it in Amazon UK. I got this from Amazon Spain, which is the one that I use, but it's fantastic. It's really, really good. It's like a really strong super glue. And I did do some of these, which I've stuck these little gems on here with it, and they are not going anywhere. I did that big one there and that one there, and they're not going to go anywhere. They are just fab. I think, I'm not quite sure whether I stuck that on there with it. Not sure, but I think they're brilliant. So if you're not into using your resin, you can use glue. And it's this one. I'll link down below. The one that I've linked, that I'll link for the UK is, I think it's Gorilla Glue. And that's sort of like got a real 10-second sticking time, I believe. But this one is really, really strong. So I suggest don't get it on your fingers. If you're going to use it, try and get some gloves like these as well, just to be on the safe side. I'm not quite sure. I haven't used it on making the paper clips. But I might give that a go as well. I'll do that in a minute. So that one is on there. I'm going to turn that over like that. I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on here. And we are going to stick this one on this side. So these are really, really quick and simple to do. So I'm going to pop that over there under the lamp. Let's put it there so we can see. I'm going to actually, do you think, the only thing about this is I'm not sure whether it will stick to the silicone or not. Josh, I mean, I don't want to stick it so it's not going to come off the silicone. But let's have a go of how we can do this. What do you think? I suppose I could just pop a little blob on the back of here. Shall I come in a little bit? Let's move this over. Move my light over. Shall I see how well that could go on there? So this is really, really quite a strong glue. Oh, I can't get it off. Pop that on there. Let's do the lid up, pop that out of the way. Just going to move that about on there for a minute, just to move that glue around. Just hold that on there and just see. I think that's going to be left. I think we'll have to leave that for a little while to sort of sit. So I'm going to pop that to the side. Now I'm going to take these and just move that over there, and then by the time we've finished, maybe it will have hardened. Right, these ones, oops, these ones here, oh, let's come back out again. There we go. Take this off, and there we go. We've got that on one side and that on the other side. Now I'm going to just add tiny little bit more resin in there, because there's like a little tiny hole, just itty bitty bit there. Pop that under the lamp, and that should stay like that. So that's fabulous. Love those. This is the other one that we did that came out, which is fabulous, isn't it? So that's how easy it is. I'm only going to do a few because I don't like this dark matte on here. You can't really see very well on here. But I am just loving them. So super simple. So just the easiest way to do it is get yourself a little bit of silicone, a little silicone square, to actually pop your paper clips onto, and then, you know, using resin, nothing is going to stick. You'll be able to take whatever you put on there off, like that, so it's not going to stick together. You're not going to end up with a great big mess. So let's have a quick little peek. I'll pop these ones under, I've done under again for a bit longer, but look at that, just perfect. Let me just get a little bit of card. That goes on there, oops, if I can, like that. So you've got one side and one the other, which is fabulous, isn't it? So let me just turn that off. ones that I've done, I will pop under there for another 5 minutes just to make sure that they are set. But guys, aren't they fab? I just think they are lovely. Really, really simple to do, like I said. These ones are a little bit more tricky, but it depends how far you want to go with your, you know, embellishing. And what you want to use them for. But these are beautiful. These are ones that are just on there with, I've just popped a little bit of powder on there. What's it called? Mica powder on the back of these ones, because I just did them on one side. But it's just your imagination and whatever you've got in your stash. But again, use bits from your old jewellery and things like that. But they are lovely. So let me just see. Look, that's stuck on there. I don't know how well, but that's stuck. So if you leave it for a little bit longer, that will probably be stuck. And that is the glue. So I'll link the glue. So if you're not a resiner and you don't use resin, get yourself a nice super glue, because they will definitely work. But I'm not sure about, I will test it on a little bit of the silicone and see. So I'll let you know next time. But there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Have fun. Just enjoy making and sticking, and however you're going to do it. I will probably end up doing a few more, but I'm just loving them, and they are fabulous addition to your journals as well, aren't they? So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fab rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye-bye.